I'm back. What do I have planned for today? Keep watching. Hi peoples, welcome to my channel, Bernie Playing with Makeup. My name is Bernadette. All my friends and subscribers call me Bernie. So if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell. That way you will be notified every time I upload new videos just like this. My voice still sounds a little bit off. I don't know what's going on with it like I did in the previous video, but it's just how it sounds. For today's video, I am a bit excited. Actually, I'm really excited. I'm going to be playing with a foundation that is iconic, but I've never used it. This is going to be my first impressions on this foundation. And I'm talking about this foundation right here from Giorgio Armani Beauty. This is the Luminous Perfect Glow Flawless Oil-Free Foundation. This comes and it looks like about 39 shades, and it does retail for $64. This is what it looks like. I have shade number 11. Now, as I said in my previous video, a girl is tanned up, so I don't know if that's gonna be my shade. It should be, I'm hoping. So shade 11 is described as being for deep olive skin tone. I have a golden skin tone and I've never really tried anything that's olive, so I don't know how this one is gonna work, but we're about to find out. To prime my face, I'm using the Benefit POREfessional primer. This is the hydrating one. I hope everybody has been doing well and staying safe from our nuisance little friend who doesn't want to go away. But nonetheless, I hope we are all safe and we are heeding to the health care protocols that are in place for keeping us and our families safe. So this is 30 ml, so it's the standard 1 fluid ounce. Pop that cover off, and she has a pump, which I'm always here for. Foundations without pumps, this 2021, we need to have pumps on these foundations, especially the luxury brands. So I'm gonna pump a couple of pumps on my little makeup tray. That's about 2 full pumps. I'm not even gonna swatch her today. I'm just gonna go straight on in and get it over with. She's either gonna be my shade or she isn't. I could see it looking more olive than golden. See if she is at least the right shade, if not the perfect undertone. And it's a good shade. Now, it looks like it's a really good shade for my skin with my tan. This is what we're looking like over here with foundation on, and this is the side without foundation. See the difference? I can. The finish of this is a medium. It's a medium finish. It's described as a light foundation, and it does feel very light. As I'm applying it, I'm going to give you some of the information that I see listed here on Sephora's website. It's a lightweight foundation formulated with microfill technology, which is trademarked, allowing buildable color pigment to lay flat seamlessly, blending and layering inspired by, and let the phone tell you what this word is, child, because I don't know. It's inspired by Shamu's. It's inspired by Shamu's silk. This liquid foundation creates an airbrushed, silky skin appearance and a naturally radiant from within glow. Well, child, that's a lot. It doesn't say how long you should expect the foundation to hold up. Now guys, it is late. It's like 2:30, 2:37 exactly. I got started later than I had planned on starting because my computer was acting crazy. I think I mentioned in a previous video that I broke my iPad And guess when Apple was setting up to replace the new iPod, they did something that caused me to have to reset. My computer coverage is supposed to be a medium coverage, and I believe I'm seeing medium coverage because this is what I went in with first. But we can clearly see that I need to build it up a little bit more. It is a medium buildable foundation, so I'm gonna go ahead and build it up some more. I have built it up as much as I would like it, which I want to say is between 2 pumps and 3.5 to get the coverage that I have right now. Like I said, it is an olive undertone. You can see the difference in the undertone as compared to when I use a warm or golden foundation. But because I have a tan going on, it doesn't look too off from my chest. In fact, it almost looks the same shade as my chest due to my tan. Like I said, I am enjoying my tan. I ain't trying to be here all day, so we're gonna move on to concealing. I did get the concealer. This is the Luminous Face and Under Eye Concealer, and this retails for $38. It looks like it comes in 20 shades. This is what it looks like on the outside. So it is a similar packaging to the foundation, just the foundation had a baby. This shade right here is the shade 8.75, tan to deep with golden undertones. It looks a little bit on the light side, I'm not even gonna lie. It's a frosted glass, it looks a little bit on the light side. So we're gonna see this described as a multi-purpose hydrating concealer that provides up to 24 hours of hydration. It highlights, corrects, and conceals with buildable medium coverage for a flawless, radiant finish. For this, I'm gonna do a little swatch. That's it there. I don't know how it's showing up on camera, but in person, it is very golden. I like the applicator. It's a really nice applicator. It looks like it can fit in corners really good. So she is definitely light. All right, so whilst I was letting the concealer dry down a little bit, I went in with a little bit of contouring. I went in with a little bit of contouring as I let the concealer dry down a little bit. I did use the Omo Beauty contour stick. I'm gonna show you everything with the concealer. I may speed up just because we're not doing anything new. It blends out around my forehead very, very easily, effortlessly. Let's see how it's gonna blend out underneath my eyes. To tone underneath my eyes down a little bit, I got a little bit of assistance from their old Mother Pat. I went in with this is shade 26. I went in with my shade 26 concealer from Pat McGrath, which is the same shade as my foundation in Pat McGrath foundation. Before I set my face, we're going to talk a little bit about this. This is a fairly new release. It's currently shown on Sephora as being out of stock. This is the Armani Beauty Neo Nude Color Melting Cream Blush. It's described as being a multi-use blush with lightweight oil-in powder formula that seamlessly adds color to cheeks and eyes for a natural matte look. I don't like my cream blushes to be matte. I have shade number 30, but this comes in 9 shades and it retails for $38. This is what it looks like on the outside. This is so small for $38. Like seriously, $38. You get 0.12 ounce of product in this little thing right here for $38. That's what she looks like. I chose this color because I felt like this color is a very beautiful color. I hope it's gonna complement my deep skin tone well. looking like it almost could be a bronzer. I'm gonna put crossing our fingers and let's see. So you can use either your fingers or you can use a regular blush brush. I think that's what I'm gonna use, a blush brush. I shouldn't say a blush brush, the brush that I use to blush with, which is this Pat McGrath blush. I want to put a little bit of it on before I set, just so we can see who we're dealing with. And it is showing up on my skin tone exactly how I envision this particular shade showing up on my skin tone. So I am not mad at it. Try to be very like gingerly when you're applying cream products on top of liquid, especially when that liquid hasn't been set yet, because it can disturb it. I'm going to set my face either speed up or off camera. I will be going to Mother Pat again for a little bit of assistance. So I'm going to set my concealer using the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish. I can't see it on this one. This is the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Perfection Blurring Powder for under eyes. We know how much Mother Pat love Skin Fetish. Just love that description. It's been so long since we've seen each other. You thought I probably forgot about you, but I didn't, Mama. Not yet. Think too small. That's the one thing I don't like with that. Is that it's so small. Okay. Before I even start to set, I want you to see. I'm gonna look up. Do you see how much that's creasing already? It is creasing. It's creasing. Not only is it creasing, it looks like some of it might have disappeared as well. Before I set that, I'm gonna go in with a little tiny bit of my Pat McGrath. And then this time what I'm gonna do is set as soon as I am done. I'm gonna set as soon as I'm done blending. My face is set. I have to tell you, this is reminding me of the Gucci foundation where the finish was supposed to be natural, but the finish looks and feels a lot more like a really soft matte foundation. It feels like a really soft matte finish. I don't feel like I even needed to set my face, but I did go ahead and set my face. I used my Laura Mercier translucent powder in the shade Medium Deep. To bronze, I'm gonna go back to Miss Charlotte. She's been getting neglected lately, and she complained. This is in the shade number 5, I believe. No, this is in the shade number 4. So I started to bring back some color to the face. I never get tired of looking at how pretty this bronzer is. I'm gonna do a little bit of setting, my setting spray. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I'm gonna blush a little bit more. Like I said, this is like that perfect shade for deep skin tones. I'm definitely here for it. She is cute. A tad bit on the forehead and just a little bit under the chin. I like to do. My eyes, I had intended on using this. This is the Armani Beauty Eye Tint Long Lasting Liquid Eyeshadow. This comes in several different finishes. There is the shimmer finish, a matte finish, a glitter finish, and a metallic finish. Let me see which one this is. This what I have right here is shade 53 Garson, and it's a dark purple. That's what that shade looks like. It's a very pretty shade. As I said in the previous video, I've been using liquid eyeshadows over powders because I feel like the liquids are more flattering. Now that said, this particular shade does not go with this look. So I am seriously contemplating if I'm going to use that or not. I'm going to do my eyes off camera, then we'll come back and you guys are going to see what I decided. I did decide to go ahead and use this because, like I said, I'm really loving eye tints. But what I did, I paired it and used the shade out of this palette here. I guess it's a Butter London palette called Teddy Boy that I received from BoxyCharm a while back, but never used. This shade here, this is the shade Freddy. So I use the shade Freddy right here, and I wanted it not to look too like black eye-ish, so I use like more in my inner corner. I use the Kosas, this is in copper, I think it is copper halo liquid eyeshadow. Like, guys, let me tell you, I never knew how much I love liquid eyeshadow until now. I love liquid eyeshadow. So as you can see, I am almost done. I have my mascara on. I do want to go in with a little bit more blush. I like the look. It's a neutral looking look, and I put a little bit more blush on. The looks I tried to create are more everyday look. There's a big difference between YouTube look. So when we look at our favorite content creators, the amount of makeup they have on, they don't go out with that much makeup on. So I try to give you guys the inspo for how you can create looks that you actually will be comfortable going out with. Because my eyes kind of bold with this blue, I want to go in with a nude lippy. I promise you guys I wasn't planning a nude lippy. I was planning some color, but I'm thinking with the eyes, this, you know, the eyes have this blue on it, this dark blue. I'm thinking let's do a nude lip. PSA: now is a great time, if you have not yet done so, to go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. If you're not a Bernie babe, hit that subscribe button down below. Turn the notification bell, that way you will be notified every time I upload new content just like this. We'll now return to our regularly scheduled program. Alright, let me figure out what I'm gonna do for the lips. I took this out. It's something from, I don't know, who this is from? I don't know. I took this out. I'm gonna give this a try. Let's see how it's gonna look. I got a new liner from Pop McGrath. Beautiful one too. I have a little Pop McGrath story I'm gonna share with you guys in an upcoming video. Deep Dive is the name of this shade. You guys know the other one, I would call it Ground Cinema, but I think the Ground Control is my favorite. But I think she discontinued that. Let's see who you be and what you do. More like a lip gloss. Alright guys, I think our look is done. And I'm here for it. Guys, it is 4:22. I think it was about a little bit after 2 when I started. As always, we're gonna talk about the products we use from Armani Beauty. So let's first talk about this foundation here, which is the Luminous Silk Perfect Glow Flawless Foundation. Now the name of it says that it is a Luminous Silk Foundation. My impressions of this right now, I do not see the luminosity. It looks like a beautiful, soft matte, extra soft matte foundation, but I don't see the luminosity. I think I was more expecting that Tatcha silk powder I've been loving lately, that kind of finish. I think what I was expecting from it. But overall, I am happy with it. I do like it. We're gonna try to do a little wear test and see how much time we're gonna get from her. Hopefully she stands up to at least, I want to say, we're gonna see. Y'all know how I go. We're gonna see. The next thing we'll talk about is the Luminous Silk Concealer. Now I have it in a shade that is quite light for my liking. I was able to get a little assist from Mother Pat and tone it down a little bit, and I like the final look, especially the way it looked once I set it. Now we saw where it had started to break down and separate even before I opportunity to set it, so I did go back in with Pat McGrath's foundation and not this. So I'm a little bit iffy on this, but we're gonna see how it holds up. That's how I feel about it right now. Last but not least is the eye tint that I use. As I said, this eye tint comes in several finishes. Mine said that it was a metallic-y finish. I don't think it was metallic. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna swatch it for you. I'm gonna swatch it for you, and then I'm gonna swatch. So I'm gonna swatch that, and then on the side of it, I'm gonna swatch Halo Copper from Kosas, which is a metallic-y finish. So there you have the two of them there. The one from Kosas, Copper Halo, that looks more like a metallic finish to me than the one right here, the purple one from Armani Beauty, even though that was what that is what the shade is described as. But I do like the little eye look I was able to put together, pairing the two of them, and also assist from that eyeshadow palette from Bottle London that I had been sitting down there forever, not knowing if I'll ever use it. So this blush, this Neo Nude Melting Blush, I absolutely love the formula. I love the shade. As you can see the luminosity from the blush that I have on. So I'm very happy with that. Now, if we want to talk price wise, that is $38, but this is a luxury makeup, okay? We know we're gonna be doing luxury on one video, and then we're gonna find something that can counterbalance us so that no one is left out. Now the question is, are these products worth it? Especially the foundation, because the foundation is an iconic foundation. It is a very hyped foundation. Every YouTuber absolutely raves about this foundation. That question I'm hoping to be able to answer later on at the end of the video. Hi babes, I am back for our check-in. It's 9:20, as you can see. I want to say I put this foundation on about 2:30. So we're talking about 7 hours, somewhere around there, which is how long I normally keep my foundation on. Sorry about that. I've had it on for about 7 hours, and this is how we are looking. This foundation, as I've stated earlier in the video, it is an iconic foundation. It is a highly raved about and also a highly hyped foundation. Now it's time for us to look at the claims and then see if the foundation is worth the hype. This foundation comes in about 30 shades, I believe. If that's incorrect, I'll put it on the screen, but I'm almost certain it's 30 shades. The foundation is described as an award-winning oil-free foundation that delivers buildable medium coverage and a luminous, glowy skin finish for a natural makeup look. You guys know I live for the natural makeup look. This foundation is a lightweight foundation that is formulated with microfiller trademark technology, allowing buildable color pigments to lay flat for seamless blending and layering. It's inspired by chamois silk. I hope I pronounced that word right, chamois silk. It's this liquid foundation creates an airbrush silky appearance and a naturally radiant, lit from within glow. So we've had her on for a minute, And as you guys can see, we can see oils. I really did not expect to see this much oil. Reason being, the foundation, in my opinion, the finish was not a silky luminous finish. The finish was like a really soft matte finish to me. First, it seemed as if I didn't even need to set this foundation. So it was definitely not giving me luminosity. It looked really flat. I'll insert a clip of how I looked after I applied just the foundation, and you can see that in comparison to what we are looking like now. Now, by the time I was done with everything, I did feel like I had a decent amount of coverage and my skin looked beautiful. Do I feel like this foundation is a natural finish? I guess once it's been lived in for a while, it looks more like a natural finish. But at initial application, it doesn't really look like a natural finish. As you can see in the clip I'm inserting again, you can see it looks kind of flat. There's no luminosity there. The coverage, it is definitely a light to medium coverage. So you can definitely build it up to get a nice medium coverage. It doesn't claim to be a full coverage foundation. Don't expect full coverage from it. You're not gonna get that. What you are gonna get is a medium coverage, which is a decent coverage. Listen, we don't need all of this full coverage all of the time clogging up our pores. The foundation does build up easily, layers on perfectly. It's not difficult as you're layering it on. I tried not to go in with too much of the foundation because I didn't want to overdo it. I wanted to see this foundation in all of her glory. It's a $64 foundation. I would definitely recommend it, but I will keep it real with you every day, all day. There has to be some oils in this foundation because of how oily my nose in particular is. For highlighting, I did use the Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Face and Under Eye Concealer. This product retails for $38, and it also comes, I believe, in 20 shades. The claims of the concealer is that it is a multi-purpose hydrating concealer that provides up to 24 hours of hydration. It highlights, corrects, and conceals with a buildable medium coverage for a flawless, radiant finish. And I have this in shade 875, which is really light for me. So to help me with this, I did get assist from Mother Pat, and I used my Pat McGrath concealer along with this. And I think together they did an amazing job. But I want to do, I'm going to look to see if the concealer broke down or creased, how much it creased. I hope you can see where there's separation underneath this side. I'm going to look up so you can see. So there is very little separation underneath this side. One thing I noticed from my last review, where I would have said that the concealer, or was it the powder accentuated my crease, which is really, really deep. This didn't do that. It really didn't accentuate it. The way the last video, I think I made the video before this, I'm not sure, but you'll see that video and you'll hear me talk about it. I feel like the concealer lives up to its claims. Underneath my eyes are normally really dry, and then we have to set with powder. When I was putting my eyeshadow on, I wasn't sure if I was gonna have fallout, so I did put a little bit of powder to catch any fallout. Now I normally don't do that. I hate putting powder underneath my eyes or baking because underneath my eyes are dry. Even though underneath the eyes are normally dry, no matter how much you try to hydrate it. Looking at underneath my eyes right now, it does not look dry. It looks hydrated for me. Now, for you, it may be something else, but for me, with how dry underneath my eyes are, underneath my eyes looks hydrated. Let me just get a sip of water. Do I think this little puppy right here lives up to its claim? Yes. It's a luxury makeup. It's $38. It is what it is. This here we also played with. This is the Armani Beauty Neo Nude Color Melting Blush, and this does retail for $38. It has 4 stars on Sephora out of 11 commenters. Looks like it's about 9 shades. I could be wrong. The shade I'm using is, I think, 30. This right here is the shade that I used. So I use shade 30, which is described as a warm coral shade. I absolutely love this shade. I feel like it is the perfect shade for deep skin tones. Out of everything in the line, this was the one that I really love, so I had to get this one. It's a matte blush, but it is also radiant. It doesn't dry down really matte. It does leave a nice glow. So I'm going to insert a photo of how I looked the last time you saw me when I had just applied it. I was able to apply a little bit before I set my foundation, and then I put a little bit more. I wanted to build it up some more, so I built it up some more after I powdered everything down, and I absolutely loved the finish. I love everything about this. The price, on the other hand, again, this is a luxury makeup review, but I think the packaging is gorgeous. Now, can we get a little bit more product for $38? Absolutely, but that's my only thing with this is I feel like for the amount of product we're getting, $38 is a bit much for just 0.12 ounce of product. All in all, I'm happy with the products that I use. Going to see what it's going to take to calm these oils that we can all see in person and on camera. Let's try and calm them down. This is the brush that I use to set my foundation. Again, as you guys know, I go in with 0 product, whatever's left on it, and then I'm gonna just blot around my face and see if we can bring this foundation back to where it was. Starting off where I've seen the most oils, which is right here. All right, so that's it. I didn't want to do anything differently in blotting than what I normally do. I feel like I would get rid of more oils around my nose, especially if I used a powder puff to blot with, but that's not how I do my reviews. Looking at the way it looks now it looks like a Silk Luminous foundation. If you have oily skin, I will say this: set your primer with some translucent powder. Or if you're combo in the areas where you get oily, you want to set that primer with translucent powders. I will definitely be doing that the next time I use this in the areas right around here where I have the most oils. Everything else looks fine. Like I said, it looks luminous, and it's a luminous foundation. So I'm not gonna go and use a powder puff to try and get it more matte. It was never supposed to be a matte foundation. The blush, as per usual, our blushes tend to get off early, clock out. We can still see a little bit of blush here and a little bit of blush here. The blush was close to my skin tone to begin with. That payoff was not there, and that's what I wanted. So the blush did what I wanted it to do. Do you need to pay $64 for a bottle of foundation? No. If you would like to pay $64 for a foundation, would I recommend this foundation here? Absolutely, I would. You guys know whether this is luxury makeup or high-end makeup, I'm going to stay true to me and more importantly to you guys, because these products are quite hefty and you want to know what it is you're getting. The pricing for everything except for the foundation, considering the amount of product that you receive, I do believe it's a bit overly priced. I know it's luxury, but for what you're receiving, it's a bit overpriced. So just keep that in mind if you decide you want to invest in any of what I use today. As I always say, don't feel any pressure to go and buy any product that I review. I'm providing this information in case you wanted to know, you want to get it. Now you have an idea of what to expect from it. I like to think that I do give some of the realest reviews here on YouTube, regardless of who the brand is, what it costs. My loyalty is to you, my viewers. I know without you, I would not be sitting down here, and I am grateful for that. So I'm always gonna keep it 110% with you guys. And guys, again, I'm going to appeal to you. If you are not yet vaccinated, please do some homework. Find out all the information you can on vaccines, the side effects, and then please consider getting vaccinated for yourself, your friends, your community. We have enough of the vaccine here in the Bahamas so that our country could achieve herd immunity by December of this year. Guys, it is August. If we do go out and get vaccinated, we can get past this phase of COVID-19 and hopefully begin to put COVID-19 in the rearview mirror where we intended to put her when we ended 2020. We've reached the end of our video. As always, thank you guys so much for spending part of your day with me. I really do appreciate it. If you have not yet done so, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. That does help me here on YouTube. And if you're not yet a Bernie babe, I don't know what you're still waiting on. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button and make it official. Turn the notification bell, that way you will be notified every time I upload new content just like this. And until next time guys, please be safe. Bye.